everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yes, I did it, or at least I almost did it. I watched every single Sky Cinema movie in 1 month. Well, I watched quite a few, but only the ones that I was interested in because obviously I don't watch every single film and I'm not interested in every single film. So today I'm going to be sharing with you which ones I watched, which ones are any good, and saying if Sky Cinema is worth it at the end, I guess. So my family decided to get rid of Sky Cinema because we had like a really expensive Sky bill because we use Sky, as you can see. So Sky, if you don't know, are like this place you can get your TV from in the UK. You get a little box that you connect to the TV and it basically turns your TV into a smart TV, I guess. You can watch like normal TV, you can watch BBC, ITV, you can watch kids shows. You used to be able to watch Disney Channel, but then it all went over to Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus because we realised, well, we don't need it yet. So if we get bored when we get rid of the Sky Cinema, we might get Disney Plus as well, but at the moment we don't have it. So we have like all of the normal channels, and then we have Netflix, and then my dad has the sport because he watches the football. So yeah, I had to watch everything that I wanted to watch before we got rid of it in 1 month. And yeah, let's just get started. So this is basically everything that I watched in the month of May. Some of it ran over to June. Yeah. So the first film that I watched on the 4th of May was Joy, and this isn't actually on Sky Cinema, it's on Netflix, but it's basically about this woman who invents a mop, and it's like a very special mop. It's not a normal mop, and you can like take off the head and put it in the washing machine. So she tries to sell this mop and she's like an inventor. So it's a very good film. I think it was nominated for an Oscar or something. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's very good. It's not like a boring film about a woman who invents a mop. Well, it is, but it's not boring. It's a good film. It's actually based off a true story of this woman who invented the miracle mop, which you may have heard of, you may have not. I hadn't heard of it before. But yeah. The next film I watched was 8th grade, and this was meant to be really good, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. I am of the same age of the character in it, because if I was in America, I'd probably be going into high school this year. But I don't know, I just didn't really, I related to her a bit, but not that much. And I was a bit disappointed because all these films that people say are amazing, I watch them and then I don't like them as much as other people say that they like them. So yeah, I don't get that. Have I just got an unpopular opinion or something? I don't know. But anyway, so 8th grade, some of the stuff, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm British, I didn't relate to it. But it was a very good film. Like the cinematography was good. It just wasn't my favourite film. But it was really sweet when she recorded the YouTube videos and stuff. That was relatable. The next one I watched on the 7th. These are all Sky Cinema here, I think, except from a couple. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's about 5 left that aren't Sky Cinema. And I need to remember that yesterday I watched Mighty Oak, which was a good film. I started watching it before, but then I got bored and then I turned it off. But that was a good film. It was about like this little boy, and he's like a prodigy. He can play the guitar really well, and this woman believes that he is the reincarnation of her brother who died. So that is a really good film. But I was just saying that now because, or else I would have forgot it, and I don't really want to forget it because it is a honourable mention, I guess. And it is on Sky Cinema. So on the 7th I watched Teen Spirit, and I really enjoyed it. I really loved the colour palette, and I can't remember the actress's name. Is it like Elle Fanning or something? Let's find out. Yes, Elle Fanning. She played someone called Violet. But yeah, that's really good. It's about this girl who can sing, and then she enters like a singing competition and she ends up doing really well. So that's a really good film. I really like it when they're in like the nightclub or whatever, all of the colours. So that is good. I might end up just having to take this out. That's better. Anyway, so the next one was American Pickle, which I watched on the 10th. So this film was absolutely hilarious. It's one of my favourite ones. It was a bit of a letdown on like near the end of the film, but it's basically about this guy who is preserved in brine for a century, and then he meets his great-grandson. It's absolutely hilarious. I would take down vanilla vodka. That is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, that was a really good film. I watched with my brother, and then I started watching all of the Look Who's Talking films. I forgot to include the third one. When did I watch that then? Probably May the 30th. Look Who's Talking Now. The third one wasn't as good. Because on the 13th, I missed on the 7th. I also watched Look Who's Talking. So Look Who's Talking is basically about like a baby, and it's like got a man's voice talking over the top. You have to watch it to understand it, and it's got John Travolta in it from Grease, so it's very good. And it's got this woman in it, and she's so much like Jennifer Aniston when she plays Rachel in Friends. I don't know why, she just gives me Rachel vibes. Anyway, so what was it? So I need to add that Look Who's Talking. Okay, so Look Who's Talking 2 and Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking Now are all really good, but the first one is the best one, and yeah, they're great films. Then on the 14th, I watched The Time Traveller's Wife, which made me cry. It's very sad. I feel like all time travel-y films are sad, like The Notebook and About Time. I haven't watched those two yet because I know they're sad and I don't really want to make myself cry. So I haven't seen them yet. But they are on my list of things to watch in my head. So yeah. It's really good. It's about like this man who time travels, and he doesn't know when he's going to time travel, and when he time travels he doesn't have any clothes, so sometimes he gets arrested because he doesn't have any clothes on and he can't find any clothes, and he has to steal and stuff to survive, and he goes back and sees his future wife when she's a little girl, and it's really sweet. But yeah, it's really sad, but it is a really good film. That's on Netflix, that's not Sky Cinema, but I really recommend that film. It's really nice, but it did make me cry a bit. And then on the 16th, I watched Identity Thief with my mum, and it's absolutely hilarious. It's about this man who gets his identity stolen from this woman, and then he has to go and find her, and then they have to like go on a road trip to try and sort stuff out. Let me just find the actual plot because I can't explain it very well. Sandy Patterson buys identity thief protection from Diana, a con artist, over the phone, and reveals all of his personal information. Blah 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 blah. His card is declined, and then he finds her, and then she steals his car when he tries to confront her. So yeah, it's just a really silly film, but it's really funny. And you start to feel sorry for her and realise why she's like that. But yeah, really recommend that film. I gave it 4 stars. Then on the 17th, I watched a Sky Cinema film, which was Evan Almighty. What? Why haven't I got Blythe Spirit on there? Did I watch that in the month before? I missed that out. Yeah, on the 6th of May, God, this video is all over the place, I watched Blythe Spirit, which is based off a classic film, which I didn't know when I was watching it, but it's about this man who ends up seeing he summons by accident his ex-wife who died, and it's got a really silly ending, so if you don't want to hear the ending, just skip a little bit, but they end up all dying in the end, so it's a bit silly. It doesn't really reach a very good conclusion at the end, It was just a silly film. And that was a Sky Cinema original, so you can't watch that on anything else, I don't think. So yeah, Evan Almighty was hilarious. It's about this bloke who has to build an ark because he's ordered by God, and he ends up like growing a beard and having really long hair, and he tries to shave it off, and every time he shaves it off it doesn't actually shave. So that was a really funny film that I enjoyed, and I really recommend it. And then the next one I watched on the 19th was The Mitchells versus the Machines, which is actually on Netflix. It was really, really good, really funny. I really enjoyed that. It was just about a load of robots taking over the world, and they were the only family left that could save it and save the world. And then on the 20th I watched The Broken Hearts Gallery, which is one of my top 4 favourite movies now. I have like a list of top 4 favourite movies, and my ones are, let's have a look on my profile. Letters to Juliet, that is my most favourite film in the whole world. And then we have To All the Boys, Boys and Forever, The Broken Hearts Gallery, and Howl's Moving Castle. So those are my all-time favourite films, top all-time favourite films. But yeah, I absolutely love those films. So I loved The Broken Hearts Gallery. So it's basically about this woman who keeps things from past relationships, and then one day she realises that she needs to get rid of all this stuff, but she doesn't want to get rid of it, and she works as like an art gallery person. So she ends up like trying to make an art gallery out of stuff that people can't get rid of from their exes, and it ends up really helping people. And then she ends up falling in love with this guy who's making a hotel, and she puts the gallery in the hotel. And it's also got the guy from Stranger Things in, and he looks very different in that film, because in Stranger Things he's Billy with like the long hair. What's her name? Sadie Sink. What character is that? Max. He's Max's brother. Did I say that right? Yeah. And then next I watched Jojo Rabbit, which was really, really funny. It's about this guy, well not guy, he's a boy. About this boy who is in like the Hitler Youth thingamabob. I don't know, I dropped history last year. So he has an imaginary friend who is Hitler, and he ends up discovering a Jewish girl in his attic, and he like starts to learn that the Jews aren't bad people. So yeah, that's a really great film. It's funny, but it does get a bit depressing about 3/4 of the way through the film, and his little friend is sweet. And then on the 22nd I watched Finding Neverland. This wasn't like my favourite film in the whole world, it's a bit boring, but it's just basically about the person who wrote Peter Pan, J.M. Barrie. It was quite sweet at the end, but overall it was a pretty dull film. And then also on that day I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with my family, and it was absolutely hilarious. It was excellent. But yeah, I really enjoyed that film. It was really good. And actually my mum has met Keanu Reeves, the one of the main characters, John Wick. She met him in Amalfi, I think, in Italy. Quite a while ago. I'd show the picture, but my mum's never been on this channel, so it probably wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, so on the 23rd, when I got home from shopping with my friend, I watched Second Act, which a load of people didn't like, but I thought that it was okay film. It was better than like Finding Neverland, which was really dull. Anyway, Second Act was pretty good. It's about this woman who she like loses her job, or she actually leaves because she gets she has to have like a degree to work in a shop, which is absolutely ridiculous. So she goes to like a skincare company thing. I don't really know, I can't remember, but yeah, I watched so many films, it's definitely difficult to remember, and it gave me the idea that I don't have to do like medicine when I leave school. I can do like other sciencey stuff like dermatology, so that was a good film in that respect. And then on the 24th I watched The Stepford Wives, which I didn't really know what it was going to be like when I was going into it, but it was good. quite funny. And I like the idea that, I don't like the idea, but I think that women shouldn't be treated like they have to be perfect and blonde and do everything that their husbands want them to. So that was a great film, really recommend that. Then I watched Penelope, which I remembered after watching the film that I saw the trailer for it like a couple of years ago and thought it was good. So yeah, I enjoyed watching that. It's about a girl with a pig nose, and her mum and someone, I think it's her nan, is trying to get her married off, but nobody likes her because she's got a pig nose. So that's a sweet film. And then on the 27th I watched Friends The Reunion, which isn't actually a film, but I wanted to count it as a film because I had a streak from Mitchells vs the Machines till the very end of the month. I watched a film every single day from the 19th to the 29th, actually to the 30th. So I wanted to include that as a film because I watched that with my mum. That was really, really good. Don't be put off that James Corden is on it, because I know some people don't want to watch it because of him, but it is really good. He's not in it that much, so yeah, he does annoy me sometimes, so sorry James if you're watching this, which you probably aren't. Anyway, it was just really nice to see them all back together, and yeah, I really recommend you watch it. And watch Friends. Friends is a great show. Then on the 28th I watched The Cable Guy, and The Cable Guy is about a cable guy and he's absolutely insane. It's got Jim Carrey in it, so it's funny, but it is a bit creepy. It was okay. Not one of my favourite films, but it wasn't boring. And then on the 29th I finished Okos Inn, which I started like a while ago. It's just an anime about a girl who loses her parents, and then she goes and works in an inn, and yeah, she sees like loads of spirits and stuff. So that's what that is about. That was also on Sky Cinema. Then in June, we're heading into June now. On the 1st I watched Scoob whilst I was doing my revision, and then I finished it on the TV. So that was good. It wasn't as good as it could have been. I mean, why stick Simon Cowell in it? It's a bit of a weird thing to do. And they made them, it wasn't like solving mysteries anymore, they were like suits and stuff, which I think the start started out good. I think it would have been good if it was like an origin story of Shaggy and Scooby, but I don't know. And then on the 4th I watched Monte Carlo, which was very, very good. I enjoyed that. It's a nice little chick flick with Selena Gomez in it when she is mistaken for a princess. So I don't actually know if she is a princess, but she's like aristocracy or something, and it's very pretty, and it's in France, so I like watching stuff that's in France because I'm doing a French GCSE and I do speak a little bit of French, like a couple of lines, but it's still French revision, so yeah. And then on the 4th as well I finished SpongeBob movie SpongeBob Water, which was okay. I wish that more of the movie would have took place out of water, because the first 40 minutes was a cartoon and it was really dull. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like SpongeBob. I used to watch it when I was younger. I don't watch it a lot, and I didn't used to watch it a lot, but it's still good, you know. It was a bit dumb. Anyway, I am starting to jumble up my words, so I'm gonna go. That has been everything I watched. So yeah, I didn't watch every single Sky Cinema movie, so I did kind of clickbait you there. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you did, remember to give me a like, because I can see what videos you guys enjoyed, which ones you didn't. Also subscribe, because I'd really love to reach 400 subscribers. If you didn't know, I've been doing this for like 5 years, so I think the time has come for me to actually reach good numbers on YouTube. Now I'm actually making decent content that people actually want to watch, not just reading out of a book for 10 minutes straight. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye.